We're tracking the Thanksgiving storms, driving snow, icy roads, headaches at the airports, weather warnings from California to New Jersey. Parade danger. Will high winds ground those iconic Macy's balloons? The work being done tonight, but will they be able to fly? Also breaking tonight, the chemical plant explosion. First, this massive fireball in the night sky, and now a second one. A giant piece of debris shooting into the air. Mandatory evacuations. Miles away, windows shattering, homes shaking. Rudy's secret deals? New reports tonight that as Rudy Giuliani was investigating the Bidens for President Trump, he was also trying to cut deals with Ukrainian officials to make money for himself. Road rage attack caught on camera. A couple on the phone with police, pleading with the driver while getting hit.
I got a kid!
That driver then plowing into a motorcycle rider. Breaking the case, the Marine deserter wanted for murder in custody tonight after a massive manhunt, arrested at the same home where he allegedly killed his mother's boyfriend. And your money, Black Friday nearly here. Tonight, the deals to know about, major markdowns on TVs and computers, and the insider apps for the best deals.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
And good evening. Thank you for joining us on a busy Wednesday night. I'm Tom Yamas in for David. And we begin tonight with two major storms hitting on the eve before Thanksgiving. Weather alerts from California to the Northeast, with millions of Americans traveling for the holiday right now. Major bumper-to-bumper traffic in Chicago. Take a look at this hour right now. Traffic moving slowly in North Carolina as well. Drivers facing near whiteout conditions in Minnesota. And snow and ice stranding hundreds on Interstate 5 between California and Oregon. Passengers packing into Chicago's O'Hare Airport. Thousands of flights delayed on one of the busiest travel days of the year. For many, the return trip home may be not much easier. ABC's Alex Perez leads us off tonight.
Tonight, the blast of heavy snow slamming parts of the Midwest, falling as fast as 2 inches an hour. Minneapolis declaring a snow emergency. The city's first responders are battling the elements at this apartment fire.
Entered the 14th floor where they experienced heavy fire and very high heat.
Tragically, 5 people did not survive. In Chicago, damaging wind gusts above 60 miles per hour. Scaffolding crashing through this taxi windshield, the driver hurt. And in the south suburbs, winds whipping the flames of this structure fire. At O'Hare Airport, pilots battling crosswinds. More than 500 flights delayed at this major hub today. More than 3,500 across the country on this, the second busiest travel day of the year. And on the roads, a new video showing how dangerous ice can be. A Utah Highway Patrol trooper jumping over a concrete barrier just in time, his body camera capturing his escape from another angle. In Northern California, a second storm system shutting down part of Interstate 5 for hours north of Redding. Dozens of travelers stranded.
At this point, they can't even plow the roads because so many people are stuck in the roadway.
To the west, winds gusting nearly 70 miles per hour, ripping the roof off this Crescent City hardware store Tuesday. And in the mountains north of LA, the California Highway Patrol using pace cars to slow drivers down.
We're slowing people down to about 30 miles per hour. That's a safe speed. People start going 65, 70, and just a recipe for disaster.
Can't go too fast. Alex Perez joins us now live from Minneapolis. That city declaring a snow emergency. Alex, it looks cold out there. We know parts of the Midwest getting a foot of snow from that first storm now barreling east.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. You can see traffic behind me here moving slowly, but it's been a miserable day of travel for the millions of people trying to get around for the holiday. This storm is now moving east, but it's expected to create problems along the way, so this is not over just yet. Tom?
All right, Alex Perez leading us off. And with that, let's get right to Rob Marciano with the Thanksgiving forecast. Rob, good evening.
Good evening, Tom. These systems really smothering much of the country with difficult weather. Look at all the advisories up from coast to coast. We've got wind, we've got snow, we've got flood issues. The deal across the Northeast is that wind. We had 75-mile-an-hour gusts with this system in Kansas. Now wind advisories are posted. So that low will move off the coast by tomorrow morning. A little bit of snow up north, maybe 3 to 6 inches. But the big deal is going to be the big wind gusts during the day tomorrow from Boston all the way down through D.C. And there's that storm in the west that's expanding as snow levels continue to drop. Heavy rain across Southern California and low snow levels Difficult driving over the mountain passes there as this expands into the plains during the day on Friday, where we'll see more snow, more rain, more sleet across many of these interstates during the day on Saturday. And by Sunday, when a lot of folks are heading back from visiting, it will be difficult across much of the east. No picnic tomorrow here in the east with big winds, with all those parades happening, Tom. Handling those big balloons will be difficult, to say the least.
A major issue here in the Northeast. All right, Rob, and tonight those powerful winds Rob was just talking about threatening a Thanksgiving tradition here in New York. The giant balloons for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade could be grounded by dangerous wind. Crews right now inflating the balloons, hoping they'll make the trip down the parade route tomorrow. Police calling it a game day decision. Here's ABC's Gio Benitez.
Tonight, America's most famous balloons are being inflated, but the big question now, will they fly?
We'll make a game day decision regarding the heights of the balloons.
The forecast calls for strong winds, and the rules in place say the 16 large character balloons can't fly if sustained winds exceed 23 miles per hour and the gusts are stronger than 34 miles per hour. Back in 1997, the iconic Cat in the Hat balloon got caught up in strong winds and hit a lamppost. 4 people were injured, including a woman who was in a coma for nearly a month. That incident launching these restrictions. Tomorrow, the NYPD will be measuring the winds along the parade route, making the call right before the parade starts.
At the end of the day, public safety is paramount, and we want everybody to enjoy the event.
The balloons can go up as high as 55 feet, as low as 10 feet, or if the winds are too tough, grounded altogether.
All right, Gio joins us now live from the parade route. We can see the balloons right there behind you. And Gio, this is a big unknown. The decision to ground those balloons could be made before the parade and even during it?
That's right, Tom. It could actually be made at any moment tomorrow. Now, thousands of officers, they're going to be out here tomorrow along that parade route, and a whole lot of spectators. We're talking about more than 3 million people expected at this parade tomorrow. That's just an incredible number, Tom.
So many hoping those balloons do fly. All right, Gio, thank you. We want to turn now to another breaking story we've been following all day. A chemical plant explosion forcing evacuations in Texas. The fire still burning more than 17 hours after the first blast in the middle of the night. And new trouble. Take a look at this. Just this afternoon, part of the plant collapsing, sending a fireball and debris into the air. The initial blast felt for miles, blowing out windows on some homes. ABC's Marcus Moore is on the scene tonight.
Tonight, the new images. More trouble at this chemical plant in southeast Texas. Part of the plant collapsing, burning debris, rocketing into the air. Plumes of black smoke stretching for miles as firefighters work to contain the blaze. Parts of the TPC Group plant in Port Neches, an hour and a half outside Houston, first went up in flames overnight, sending 3 workers to the hospital. Flying glass injuring 5 residents after the explosion blew out home windows.
Our kitchen just caved in.
This roof collapsing miles away from the plant.
Run to the bedroom to get my daughter here, and I said, we got to get out of here because I don't know if something else is going to blow up.
Tonight, mandatory evacuations ordered for a 4-mile radius of the explosion site. Authorities warning residents not to touch any of the potentially harmful debris.
We certainly don't want people touching it with their bare hands, et cetera, because it could be contaminated.
Tom, this explosion was reportedly felt 10 miles away, and tonight officials are monitoring the air quality and also working through the night to try to contain the flames and figure out what went wrong. Tom.
Marcus Moore tonight on that emergency situation there. Marcus, thank you. Now to new headlines in the impeachment showdown and more questions for President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. Tonight, 2 new reports claim Giuliani was negotiating potential personal business deals with Ukrainian officials worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. At the same time, he was pushing Ukraine to investigate the president's political rivals. The president, just 24 hours ago, appearing to distance himself from Giuliani. Here's ABC's Mary Bruce.
As Rudy Giuliani pushed President Trump's political agenda in Ukraine, he was also reportedly pursuing lucrative business deals for himself with the Ukrainian government. Tonight, the New York Times reporting Giuliani signed a proposal to be paid $300,000 by the Ukrainian Ministry of Justice, supposedly to find stolen money. The deal never went through, but it raises questions about a conflict of interest. Several impeachment witnesses have testified America's Ukraine policy went through the president's personal lawyer.
If we wanted to get anything done with Ukraine, it was apparent to us we needed to talk to Rudy.
Right. You understood that Mr. Giuliani spoke for the president, correct?
That's correct.
Trump is now distancing himself.
So you didn't direct him to go to Ukraine to do anything or put any heat on
No, I
him?
didn't direct him.
With the next round of public impeachment hearings set to start next week, Trump is rallying his troops.
And now the same maniacs are pushing the deranged impeachment. Think of this. Impeachment. Impeachment.
Trump and his lawyers have the right to participate in those hearings. Tonight, we're told the president is reviewing his options. Responding on Twitter just now, Rudy Giuliani says he did not pursue a business opportunity in Ukraine. He says he could have helped them, but he didn't and was paid zero. Tom.
Mary Bruce for us tonight. Mary, thank you for that. There's also news tonight about the Justice Department's investigation into the launch of the Russia investigation. The New York Times reports the Inspector General has found no evidence the FBI tried to place undercover agents or informants inside the Trump campaign in 2016. The findings contradict President Trump's allegations of illegal spying on his campaign. The full report is expected to be released December 9th. Next tonight, the major break in the manhunt across 3 states for an AWOL Marine wanted for allegedly killing his mother's boyfriend in Virginia. The suspect returning to the scene of the crime. Here's ABC's Zachary Quiche.
Tonight, after 18 days, the search for Marine Michael Brown is over. Authorities remarkably arresting Brown at the same Virginia home where he's accused of murdering his mother's boyfriend. Brown deserted his post at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina last month.
We were able to make contact with Mr. Brown this morning and thankfully take him into custody without any injury.
The manhunt eventually focusing near Roanoke, where an RV linked to Brown was found in this church parking lot, not far from his grandmother's home. His family at the time pleading for Brown to peacefully turn himself in.
I won't leave you. Just please turn yourself in. I can't lose another person.
Brown's mother telling investigators she witnessed the November 9th shooting of her boyfriend, Rodney Brown. Pressed on the relationship between the two men, an attorney hired by friends of Michael Brown described the family as dysfunctional.
We don't know if he did it, and if he did do it, I'm sure that there are a lot of things that can be brought up in his behalf.
Tom, Brown was charged with second-degree murder, but right now authorities aren't giving a whole lot of details in terms of motive or exactly how he was captured. Tom?
Zachary, thank you. Now to what appears to be a dangerous road rage attack in Texas unfolding in real time. A father and mother in the car with their baby recording as another driver sideswipes their vehicle and then hits a motorcycle rider. The couple screaming they had a child in the car. Police say so did he. Here's ABC's Kana Whitworth.
Tonight, a terrifying road rage attack caught on camera.
I have a baby!
Watch as this couple with their toddler in the back seat frantically calls 911 as the driver of a white Tahoe hits their car in Splendora, Texas.
And he just hit us. He just hit my car.
The Tahoe then speeds up, cutting across the highway, then crashing into a motorcycle, sending the rider tumbling.
He just hit a guy on a motorcycle.
He knocked him off the bike. He's trying to fight us.
Give me the gun.
Afraid for their lives, Lucas Martin and his girlfriend still stop to help the motorcyclist, who amazingly survived. Martin says he thinks it all started because he wasn't driving fast enough.
It escalated very quickly, and it got scary. When something like that happens, and if you've never been in a situation, you panic.
Officers arresting the driver at the scene, identifying him as 30-year-old Armando Montes.
Authorities say that Montes had his wife and 7-year-old child in the car with him at the time. And so, Tom, tonight he faces charges of child endangerment and assault with a deadly weapon. Tom?
Kana Whitworth with that wild video tonight. Kana, thank you. Now to a scathing report about the Trump administration's child separation policy at the border. The Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General finding the agency didn't have the technology to successfully keep track of separated migrant families. The IG finding an additional 1,300 migrant children may have been separated from their parents. And there's still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Wednesday. The drug scheme allegedly involving UPS workers and vaping, what authorities say they were transporting across the country. Plus, your money. Black Friday is nearly here, and so is Rebecca Jarvis, breaking down how you can save big on TVs, computers, and tips on finding the Apple AirPods Pro without fighting the crowds. And the new development tonight in that possible kidnapping caught on camera, the chilling video